the son of Indian immigrants. Pawar was born and raised in Illinois. He became the first Indian American elected to the Chicago City Council in 2011, representing the 47th Ward. Pawar campaigned twice in Rock Island, most recently appearing at the Rock Island Main Library on October 7. Promoting a New Deal agenda, he promised to rebuild infrastructure, invest in good-paying jobs, reform the criminal justice system, and commit to early childhood education in public schools. He said he entered the race for governor because one of his goals was to force a conversation on progressive values and shine a light on how race, class and geography are used to drive a wedge between communities and prevent progressive change. In his farewell statement, Pawar said in order to stay in the race, he would have to either cut staff or take on more personal debt. "My donors did the best they could," he said. "I'm the one who came up short, but I am not ashamed. Just know that, while we didn't have the most money, we have the volunteers, the signatures, and the right message." Pawar said his campaign recruited 3,200 volunteers and gathered 10,000 signatures. His departure from the gubernatorial race leaves at least 5 other candidates who will compete in the March 2018 Democratic primary: Chicago businessman J.B. Pritzker, Regional School Superintendent Bob Daber, State Senator Daniel Biss, anti-violence activist Theo Hardiman, and Chris Kennedy, the son of the late Robert F. Kennedy. "I'm sorry for the people who have stood with me, that I don't have the extraordinary wealth or extraordinarily wealthy connections to make up the difference," he said. Pawar may have been referencing Mr. Pritzker, a billionaire and heir to the Hyatt hotel fortune who already has donated $21 million to his own campaign. Mr. Kennedy, by comparison, has donated $250,000 to his own campaign. Mayor Pawar ran an incredible campaign that elevated the effects of systemic inequality on working families, Senator Biss said in a release. "Illinois and the Democratic Party are better for it, but we still have a long way to go. Good candidates are being pushed out of races by big money and insiders. If you care about democracy, this should be unacceptable." After learning of Pawar's exit from the race, Mr. Pritzker released a statement. "I want to thank Mayor Pawar for being a part of this race and running a positive campaign focused on our party's progressive values," Mr. Pritzker said. Upon leaving the race, Pawar announced he is launching One Illinois, a political action committee to organize young people around progressive issues.